Hi guys, I am here with you guys a story for today. Get positioned there. These are my headphones in case you're wondering. We're going to read a true story out of My Dreams and Miracles book by Anne Spangler. My bookmark is reminding me again to remind you of Operation Christmas Child. Share the gift of Jesus this Christmas with a gift for a child in need. You can find all the information you need on it at www.samaritanspurse.org. Alright, the story we're going to read today is I Dreamed About a Man I Never Met, and it's by Hayward Sparks. And as always, I'll start off by reading you guys the introduction. Hayward and his wife Karen live in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Hayward owns a thriving insurance business and has been featured in ads in Black Enterprise because of the success he has gained in his profession. 4 years ago, he had a dream about a man he has never met who lives in a town he didn't even know existed. Now we will get into Hayward's story. Sounds interesting. I've never been big on dreams. That's why it surprised me when I began to wonder whether God might be trying to catch my attention through some of mine. At times I would have a dream, forget about it, and then watch it come true in the real world. For instance, Susan was a friend of ours who was expecting to deliver a child in a few weeks. She was working and still had a lot to get ready for the baby. One night I had a dream we were both at the same party. In my dream I walked up to her and said, "Susan, you better get ready. You need to wrap things up because nothing's going to stop that baby from coming. It's going to be here this Friday." That Sunday I saw her at church and told her about the dream. Susan did what I probably would have. She laughed and said the doctor had told her she wasn't due for 3 more weeks, not to worry. She had plenty of time. But guess what? That baby showed up next Friday. That dream and others like it began to make me think and pray more about my dreams. As I did so, I began to get a feel for which of them were caused by indigestion and which were worth taking seriously. Excuse me. Not long afterward, I had a dream that I was on television interviewing a man by the name of Oscar L. Lennon, Jr., not the real name. I could see him clearly. He was a black man with a thin neck, whose shirts were too large. I was holding a microphone and asking him about how he came to have such a great relationship with God. I can't remember much about his answers, but we had a pleasant conversation, very warm and encouraging. Draped behind us was a big white banner with black letters spelling out the word reading. When I woke up, I told my wife Karen about the dream and asked if she had ever heard of a place called Reading. She's from Erie, Pennsylvania, and so she thought right away about Reading, Pennsylvania, though she explained that it was pronounced Reading. We got out the map, and sure enough, there it was, northwest of Philadelphia. Well, however you pronounce it, I think I'm supposed to call this Oscar L. Lennon, Jr. and tell him that someone up above is very interested in him. But the whole thing was so outlandish. I just blew it off. I went to work and didn't do a thing about it. But Karen brought it up at dinner that night. "You know, honey," she said, "God has been speaking to you in your dreams, and you better do something about this one. Even if you find this guy, he won't know who you are, so what do you have to lose? Her argument made sense, so I dialed the number for information in Reading, Pennsylvania. And the operator told me there were several Lennons listed, even one Oscar L. Lennon, but it wasn't Oscar L. Lennon Jr., so I kept pressing for more listings. Finally, she checked the nearby town with the same area code. Sure enough, there was an Oscar L. Lennon Jr. Well, by now, I was so amazed that the hair on my neck was standing up. I dialed the number, and a girl answered. "You don't know me," I said. "My name is Hayward Sparks, and I'm from Ann Arbor, Michigan. I know this is going to sound crazy, but I had a dream about someone named Oscar L. Lennon Jr., and I wonder if he lives there." "Yes, I'm his daughter," she said. I told her the dream, and she was silent for a few moments. Then she said, "Hold on a minute. Let me go get my mother." When her mother got on the phone, I explained it all over again. I told her I had seen a man with a thin neck and oversized shirt in my dream. I described his complexion and the way he wore his hair. Did that sound like her husband? "Yes, that's Oscar," she said. When I finished retelling the dream, she said, "I've been praying for something to happen for my husband so that he could believe in God. He's been down and out on his luck lately, and he really needs God. But he won't listen to me about this. He's not here right now, but this is such an answer to prayer." I gave her my phone number in case he wanted to call when he got in. About an hour later, the phone rang, and the man I had only dreamed about and never met was on the other end of the line. Oscar was very quiet as I told him about the dream and shared my faith. You know, I don't think there were any flashing lights or that he fell down on his knees and thanked God or anything like that. But I could tell by his voice he was very emotional. I knew the dream had touched him in a very deep place. To this day, I don't know the end of this story. That's between this man and God. But I am certain of one thing. God knows where each of us lives, the state, the county, the city, the neighborhood, the street, the caller of the house, the number on the door. He knows who we are and what makes us tick. He knows us better than we know ourselves, and he always comes calling. Of that, I am sure. And that was Hayward Sparks' story. I dreamed about a man I never met. I thought that was a really good one, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I was just starting to feel, just trying to get through the story. I was feeling lightheaded and like my head feels woozy and dizzy. Like I'm getting cold sweats. Maybe I shouldn't have took that Pepto with that other medicine. I don't know. It never did affect me before. But my arms are got cold sweats now, and whew. I hate that feeling, cold sweats, and you feel dizzy like you're gonna faint. Feels so weak. My blood pressure has been so low. I tell people that, and my blood pressure just gets raised. Last night it was, I think 95 over 57. Yeah. Maybe my blood pressure dropped. I don't know. I don't know where the blood pressure monitor is, but I am going to go get off here, guys. I'm going to upload this story for you. This will be my last video for today. because I'm feeling really weird right now. So I'm just going to go lay back in my chair for a little bit, and hopefully this will go away soon. Hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. I love you guys, and God willing, I'll see you guys again soon with another story. God bless.